Piastri is gone, and it's Verstappen who is moving in on Lando Norris for second place. George Russell trying to pinch to the inside. Max Verstappen is going to roar around Lando Norris and take second place in the Grand Prix. Down to third goes Lando Norris. Oscar Piastri leads. Antonelli was off the road and now rejoins, and it looked like Lewis Hamilton was able to sweep around the outside and get up to fourth. He did so. Russell was pinched to the inside in the exact opposite of a year ago, and it's Piastri, Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton and Russell. Both Ferraris get past George Russell on the opening lap. Charles Leclerc following through Lewis Hamilton. Hold on a minute, Fernando Alonso trying to go wheel to wheel. Isaac Hadjar, Fernando Alonso racing at a part of the circuit where you'd never normally see it. Hadjar was ahead of Alonso going into that technical section, and the home favourite was trying everything to soar away at the back of the racing balls to get through, but instead he's left himself vulnerable to Hülkenberg, who's got a run on the home hero. Piastri, Verstappen, Norris, Hamilton, Leclerc, then Russell and Antonelli, and through goes Hülkenberg up to the top 10. Alonso trying to be audacious, but it's cost him a place.
Yeah, you can understand why he went all in there as he looks for a wide outside. I don't believe I've just seen that.
He wasn't going to take it lying down. Hülkenberg retakes the position. Fernando Alonso putting on fireworks for the home fans. He tried to power around the outside of turn 3.
Launched his start beautifully. Look at the Ferraris behind. They were already wheel to wheel as they're running, and then the action at the front, George Russell looking and thinking about the inside as Max sweeps it around Lando Norris, and Lando's heart would have sunk at that point. Not a great reaction and getaway for Lewis Hamilton, and look how close the Ferraris were. We saw Leclerc's wheels come up alongside Lewis Hamilton, and then Lewis slips it around the outside of George, who was blocked in on the inside behind Lando.
They're nose to tail on the track right now, and they were so close to touching because Leclerc got a fantastic launch and was straight between Antonelli and Hamilton immediately as Lawson has a little touch as well. I think he'll have got away with that at the start of the race. But yeah, Leclerc's reactions were just blistering as he came through the Mercedes and his teammate.
You're on board here with Hülkenberg, cautious on the brakes, avoiding Concertina, but we saw as Lawson touched, then he had no choice but to take to the runoff area.
Across the line we go. Max Verstappen checking the left-hand mirror. Lando Norris coming closer and closer with the DRS, with the speed. Slam dunk move into turn number 1. The McLaren gets past the Red Bull. Norris gets past Verstappen, and it's a McLaren 1-2 at the Spanish Grand Prix. This is Fernando Alonso locking up and going off into the gravel.
Very unusual to see a mistake from Fernando.
No further action. He can retire from the Grand Prix. His torturous run is complete, and it's only the second time this season Alex Albon has failed to score points in a Formula One Grand Prix. Oh, contact again! Liam Lawson with more of it into turn 1.
Yeah, so this looks like a fairly late lunge, and well, look, for me that was too little too late, and I think that the Haas, at a certain point you have to stop looking in your mirrors and start looking at the apex. So let's see it from this angle and see if it's the case. He's got the DRS. Yeah, look, I think that was a very optimistic move from Liam, where he's rather hoping that the Haas will go, oh, there's a car there, I'm going to suddenly move myself and give them space.
Third stop for Max.
They tried something different. They went to the 3-stop. They tried to get in McLaren's head. He closed the gap down, got to a buffer of about 4 seconds, and Verstappen goes to the new rubber first.
Oh, that's a tough one there.
He's got his teammate ahead of him, who will leap out of the way best he can, and he does so. So that's all worked out rather nicely. Tsunoda's trying to keep Ocon at bay, and they're both a lap down. You can see Piastri's gone past, and that's the problem with cars battling in front of you, because now Norris is going to be losing time. These two having their own race. This is exactly the risk we were talking about before, and as they do that, Norris is losing time hand over fist, and Verstappen will need just the tiniest sniff to get involved. It's cars all over the road, but as we get through Norris's gap, look at it, it's down to 0.4 of a second. And that's what he thought of it.
Yellow flag out.
Oh, off the road goes Kimi Antonelli.
Yeah, that engine is a telltale sign that it's not a mistake, it's a technical.
There are facilities to recover the car, but a full safety car has been deployed.
Piastri pits.
Norris in as
Stacking
well.
them.
And Verstappen comes into the pit lane. McLaren have maintained the 1-2 in the Grand Prix.
What is his tire?
That's the hard tyre, Max.
Why? Why are we on a hard?
That was the only option.
Back to green flag racing. What sort of slipstream can Lando Norris get with his teammate ahead of Verstappen? Nearly drops it, and Charles Leclerc has to wait for the start-finish line, and does wait for the start-finish line to improve up to third position. Verstappen tried to fire up the hard tyre, couldn't do so. Charles Leclerc goes through. Can George Russell make it by? Verstappen jumps over the road. It's Piastri, Norris. Charles Leclerc is third.
There's the spot.
Wow, word. And Charles Leclerc had to wait for the start-finish line, and there's the contact at high speed. He then checks the left-hand mirror. Oh my word, that was nearly Grand Prix over.
That was absolutely sensational car control for him to keep it out of the barriers. That would have been an almighty crash. There is side-to-side contact here.
Now watch this, at enormous speed between the Ferrari and the Red Bull, and they banged wheels, approaching 190 miles per hour.
Yeah, Verstappen not moving at all. Leclerc shifting to the left-hand side. There's a slight touch, and there's another touch then as Russell chanced his arm down the inside. I think they've all got away with it.
Max, can you let Russell through, please? Let Russell through.
What? I was ahead. Wait, what?
My advice is to let him through.
Wait, I was ahead. He just ran me off the road.
But that's the rules.
Oh, contact! Max Verstappen into the side of George Russell. We were hearing the advice not taken.
Don't know, mate. Just pass it.
So Max has a slide and then looks like he's going to let George through. George is then on the outside and wham!
Big hit into the side of the Mercedes.
So he's behind and then just doesn't turn. It has to be deliberate. It has to be.
And Hulkenberg has a run on Lewis Hamilton. Sauber, that have only scored points once this year, in the wheel tracks of a Ferrari, and he's going through to the inside to take P6. What is going on right now? A brilliant drive from Hulkenberg. And Alonso's got past Lawson, and he's finally going to get a point. What a Grand Prix finish. Drama everywhere you look. No dramas for Oscar Piastri, who wins his 5th Grand Prix of the year. Piastri takes the Spanish Grand Prix. It's a McLaren 1-2.
Checkered flag. What a race. What a weekend, mate. Really good.
Yep. When you said that based off last year, this weekend was going to be awesome, you weren't wrong.
In a race where so many were speculating we could have a resetting of the order, Papaya rules once again.